What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. My name is Chris, as always with me,
Liam.
And today we're diving into Reacher Season 3, Episode 6. Things are finally coming together. A lot of action. Let us know what you guys thought below in the comments. Remember, it's more of a discussion than us just preaching. We love chatting with you guys. This whole channel, over 23,000 subscribers now, has been
Over 24.
Over 24,000 subscribers now has been grown just because we've been having conversations with you guys. So really appreciate you guys tuning in, commenting, liking, sharing these videos. It's been awesome going on this journey with you. I can't wait to continue it. And if you want more access, early access, shout outs on videos, and really want to just help us out with creating this content behind the scenes, then you can become a member of our Patreon. And for as little as a cup of coffee, you guys can do all of that, plus get some cool stuff. So without further ado, let's dive into the episode.
Teresa's alive.
You were right, man. I was gonna die on that hill. I was. My flag was planted. I was dying on that hill that she was dead. But no, the buyer likes a redhead. So you were right, my man. You were right. 100%.
We haven't seen her though, have we?
No, we have not actually seen her, but we do know, confirmed by Quinn himself, that she is alive.
So what'd you think of Reacher's cover getting blown?
I mean, we knew it was going to happen.
Yeah.
We knew it was going to happen. And I think that, I mean, no better time than now, right? There had to be some shit that popped off. It couldn't go as smoothly as it was going, where he was just kind of walking his way all the way in. I wanted to see him fight Paulie, is really where I was at, but that's not going to happen just yet.
No.
I thought he hit Paulie with the plow truck.
Did you?
I did. Because he was standing in the road. And then, Reacher like drives right at him. And I was like, oh shit, did he just hit Paulie? And then you obviously see like cut later and he's like running. I'm like, oh, it's just the way they edited it and made it look like it. But I'm like, damn, smart move, dude. Take him out with the plow truck.
It would have been good.
Yeah.
But the viewers would have been pissed.
Yeah.
They
want to see that fight.
We are looking forward to that fight.
Absolutely.
What'd you think of that roulette scene?
Oh. Yeah, I mean, we found out some interesting stuff about Beck in this episode. One, I was also wrong that he was innocent. I was coming from the lens that he was truly like a rug importer, like someone who was on the up and up, who just had a really successful business that got involved in or absorbed into a criminal enterprise because he had connections. We found out very clearly in this episode, not the case. He was a gun runner, has been a gun runner. He just got absorbed by a more vicious gun runner, who is now Quinn, right? And so one of the things that he's dealing with is hiding his true identity from his son and also keeping his son safe. And so we saw, yet again, the downfall of him not being able to handle that. And so his son, as you mentioned, gets caught in a situation much like Reacher did in episode 1, where he's got to play Russian roulette. And I thought, for a kid who's being portrayed as someone to be weak, showed a lot of strength in that particular scene. I mean, to put a gun to your own head and pull the trigger without falling into a complete mess, wetting yourself, there's a lot of fear that would go into that situation. Obviously, it's an actor and not a real gun, so we could get over that a little bit, but I thought that was the son showed more balls in that scene than the father.
I feel like the son's at a point where life is a living hell, a living prison, that either way it turns out he's okay.
Do you think he's at that point where he wants to die?
Part of him. I think part of him wants to.
Yeah.
I mean, I can relate to that, being at that point a few times in my life.
Yeah.
So my pain level's gotten to the point in the past where it's like, I'm okay with everything just ending and being good. And I saw that in that scene.
Interesting. What'd you guys think of that scene? That's definitely a hard one. I mean, if I were to switch the lens real quick and go into Beck's shoes, I think you would probably, who's in that room at the time? It's Paulie, it's Beck, it's Quinn, and it's his son, right? What are your options? You got to take out Paulie, but then Quinn kills you. You got to try and kill Quinn, but then Paulie kills you. Mm-hmm. Either way, your son's dead. I'm just trying to think of what do you do besides stand there and plead? Kill me instead. I don't know. That's a hard situation, dude.
Yeah.
Hard situation.
And despite what many of us may think, unless you're in that situation, you really can't say for certain 100% what you do.
Armchair quarterback otherwise.
Yeah.
You're an armchair quarterback. Until you're actually in that situation, you could say what you're going to do till the cows come home. What did Mike Tyson famously say? Everyone's got a plan until they get punched in the face.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what was your favorite scene for this whole thing?
You know what? Honestly, it was Duffy kissing Reacher and then getting mad at him. That probably was the fucking funniest thing ever. And it was a good pattern interrupt, right? Because it's pretty tense right now in what's going on in Reacher. You know, she fucks up and brings her partner, the kid finds out, like all this stuff goes wrong. But then you have like this little comedy breakup where she's just so lustful for him that she can't help but kiss him. And then she gets mad as if he did it. He's like, you kissed me. That to me was probably like because it interrupted so much of what was happening, stood out the most.
Okay, yeah, I completely agree. But I love that scene. It's those little scenes that we get that really make me enjoy Reacher.
Yeah. Then you were probably super excited that we got some Neagley action.
Yes, I knew it was coming.
Dude.
If they introduced her at the beginning, and he goes, "Don't come." I said it in that episode when we were talking about it that, well, she now has to show up because they introduced her again.
Yeah. Her eating her cereal. That was just, that was probably one of my favorite scenes too. Like, just her just casually being like, get out of the way. Move you or I'll move you. Pours herself some milk, starts eating her cereal.
She's like a psychopath with it. It's so commonplace for her.
Yes. One of my favorite lines, you're an ambulance. He keeps selling her coffee and ambulance, coffee and ambulance. She goes, okay, you're an ambulance.
The fucking dad joke, yeah.
Like,
but the other way that I can also relate to her experience level with this is like morticians and stuff like that, right? They're in the morgue. Most people would be in there, disgusted out of their mind, and they eat their lunch there, right?
Yeah.
It's become so commonplace that it's easy to do things that would be socially unacceptable if anyone else did it, right? But because of their line of work, they're just so used to it. And that's how I saw Neagley in that situation, because she does have a big heart and she is caring, so she couldn't be a psychopath. I just wanted to correct that.
Yeah, and I think she's very good at what she does. She's a professional. And that's what you're seeing, is calm, composed, professional. Someone who understands what they're doing. Not necessarily does it because they enjoy it, but does it because that's the job that needs to be done. These people try to kill me. I need to figure out why and who. And so I'm going to sit here and interrogate this guy.
What'd you think of the boat?
Refresh me.
So they went to the boat to go find Teresa.
Oh, yes. The boat. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it was a good way to get rid of him. A good way to get rid of the extra henchmen. I thought it was kind of interesting to see Duffy kind of, Reacher's like, no, I'm scared of her. And then lets her unload on him for a little bit. And then comes in and just stakes him to the boat. But, you know, I mean, I don't think there was any significance to that scene. We didn't learn anything crazy. I mean, we did learn where Quinn was going, I think, if I remember correctly, what he said to him. I don't know. What did you think? Honestly, it didn't really stick out in my mind.
It reminded me of Lethal Weapon.
Okay.
Just because of the over-the-top nature of it. I just thought it was fun.
Maybe I may have to watch. I mean, I know Lethal Weapon, but I just haven't seen it in so long. Maybe I'm just drawing a blank on that scene too. Yeah, honestly, I forgot the boat scene was even in the episode, so it wasn't that memorable to me. Reacher got to use his trusty indestructible gunner again to escape the house and run away and gets the plow truck and gets out. Quinn still doesn't know who he is. Even when he said he worked for the 110th or whatever unit he was in, I'm drawing a blank on this specific unit, he's not like, oh shit, those guys used to investigate me. He still has no idea.
Yeah.
So that amnesia is pretty deep.
It is. And it was the father, Beck, right? That put two and two together when he brought that up.
Yeah. Yeah. Because the two other people that they talk about, which is the one guy that they actually kill, which was fucking crazy. And then they go after Neagley in Chicago. But he says those two are also in the same unit as Reacher, and that's how it makes all that connection. But they end up not getting any information from him, but torturing the shit out of that one guy that they called, which is kind of like a nod to the professionalism of the unit that Reacher left behind. I think is pretty cool, right? Like, here's this guy who has no real loyalty to Reacher or any of that situation, right? It wasn't even a sanctioned mission. It was just a guy who called him. And yeah, he still kept his mouth shut and never gave anything up.
It's because he's the legend. He's the founder, essentially.
Yeah, as soon as they find out who they're talking to, they're like, oh, shit.
Yeah. It's like God called.
Yeah. He created the unit. What do you think is going to happen next?
I have a strong feeling of where this is going, but I don't know if it's because I'm recalling from the books.
Yeah, I've never read the book, so I have no idea where this may go. I do think that this is all theories and predictions. I don't know anything, and I may spoil some things that come up, but truly just because this is my theory. The cop who's with Duffy, who's close to retirement, he's going to die.
Yeah.
He's done. He's never going to make retirement. He's going to...
all that last episode.
He's going to end up sacrificing himself in some way to save Duffy. Duffy's going to make it out. Reacher's going to make it out. Obviously, Reacher's going to make it out. I think they get Teresa. I do not think Beck makes it. Quinn and Paulie are obviously going to get killed.
The kid lives.
The kid lives. The father does not. The father is going to end up getting killed. And I think ultimately, the father may go down, may go to prison. Quinn will get killed. They may all end up getting killed. But do they stop the gun running? Or do they just kill Quinn because it's a vengeance thing? Do they bring the whole operation down? Or does Reacher just go for vengeance?
You didn't mention the Russian mob because they're a big piece of this now.
That's right. We're going to introduce to a even bigger player that Quinn's scared of.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
I think they're going to be a clean sweep type of group. And when Quinn can't pay up, then they're just going to set everything on fire. And they're going to be the catalyst for the downfall of Quinn.
Where does that leave Reacher, though?
Like he always, he gets tied up in it.
I was going to say, you could just walk away at that point. Just watch them kill each other.
No. This is going to get fun.
Okay. If I have two enemies that want to fight each other, by all means, take care of each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll just stay over here and be safe. Because in any war...
You think they're not going to blame Reacher for anything?
I mean, I'm sure Quinn will try to.
That's an easy transition to get the one who's after you to go after the guy for you.
That's what I was just saying. Yeah, but I was saying it the other way.
Yeah, I know. But I think Quinn wants to use the Russian mob to go after Reacher because way stronger muscle. But at the same time, everything's going to fall apart for him.
Quinn would have to admit that he fucked up and that he's being investigated by ATF and the government.
Does he have to say all that?
In order to get Reacher...
Because their time together goes way back further.
Yeah, but he doesn't know all that. Remember, he has amnesia.
I know. But there's still time for that to be unlocked.
Okay. Let us know what you guys think down in the comments below. Will the amnesia be unlocked? Will he remember his past with Reacher? Will the Russian mob be the big bad moving forward? Will they take down Quinn's operation? Will Reacher get sucked into it all? Will Reacher get his revenge? What will happen? A lot of questions still. But we're on our way there, and it's been a lot of action to get there. 2 more episodes to go. Super excited to get them. I'm enjoying Reacher. Let us know what you guys think down in the comments below. Anything you want to add?
No, I always enjoy Reacher. It doesn't always have to make sense, but it's fun.
Yeah. If you guys are enjoying Reacher as well, let us know down in the comments. We actually have been reviewing the entire season. Hopefully you've been sticking with us the entire time. If you haven't seen any of them yet, we actually have an entire playlist for them right here. You can check them out, as well as a playlist of other things that everyone's really enjoying. You can check it out. Over 24,000 subscribers. Really enjoying the stuff, so you will too. So go check that out there. And YouTube says the one above my head is one that you'll really like, so you can check that one out as well. But if not, just make sure you're subscribed, hit the notification bell so you never miss any of our episodes. And if you want, Patreon links down below. As always, my name's Chris.
Liam.
That name never changes. Peace.
Find the strength hiding in each battle scar. You're not who you were, you've already come far.